Hey, good evening, Patriots. Dean Fox from Be Friendly and WeAreChange.org. It is 7:47 p.m., January 7th, 2019, on the West Coast. Just want to remind everyone that over 155 years ago, the turning point of our American Civil War, Abraham Lincoln declared over the bloody Battle of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, that the United States was conceived in liberty by its forefathers with a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, and that shall not perish from the earth. But we all know that hasn't really been guaranteed. But, we the patriots of this great nation, we've been watching in horror as political criminal after political criminal has seamlessly, endlessly elected themselves into positions of power and have trampled over our constitutional rights without any ability to thwart their progress toward the elimination of our sovereignty, our security, and our sanity. With their now obvious goal of handing over our lives and land to a satanic one-world government ruled by self-entitled human farmers, and we're their expendable livestock, it's a literal hell on earth. Like many, I had given up. The voting was pointless. It was all rigged, and the proliferation of the two-party system and the choice between the lesser of two evils made it impossible to even have anyone other than a Republican plant or a Democratic plant in the debates. Both sides were claiming that they had the best interest at heart by eliminating our individual liberties, taxing our labor, using our taxes and our children to wage wars against foreign nations, which had not yet succumbed to the power and authority of the all-powerful one-world elite. But surprise, Donald J. Trump was elected president of the United States, and it turns out we, the Patriots, have a secret society of our own. Our National Security Administration and our military intelligence. Any true American now has the privilege to join what they are calling the Q Army. Digital soldiers at the ready to defend our land, just like the Minutemen of the past. The mainstream media, which President Trump calls fake news, is doing everything in their power to convince every United States citizen that QAnon is just a debunked conspiracy theory executed by some nerds playing a live-action role-playing game, a LARP. But anyone who actually does the research will easily prove it to themselves that it's impossible to be anything but true. Let me emphasize that. QAnon has been providing common citizens with clues to what President Trump and his team are doing to return the United States back to a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And they are doing it in such a way as to prevent the political criminals from ever tricking us into it again. Our Constitution will not perish from this earth after all. It is for this reason that I would like to restate the Gettysburg Address for our new Civil War. It is currently a hidden Civil War because it's between the patriots and the deep state politicians, bankers, and liberal media. The only way you know anything about that is actually happening is because everyone appears to hate President Trump, even though he has been a relentless promise keeper and has surpassed even President Ronald Reagan. In only 2 years in office, he has been winning and winning and winning. Far too many wins to describe here, but I can touch on a few. You're not going to see these on the mainstream media. CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, they are refusing to report on it. The explosive economic growth, newer jobs, employment for all regardless of race or gender, higher disposable incomes, businesses returning to the United States, deregulation, tax cuts, lower gas prices, really low gas prices unless you're in California. We got a little bit of a drop here. Fair trade with foreign nations, improved health care, especially health care for the veterans now. That's important. Combating opioids and hard drugs while legalizing medicinal marijuana. And he is fighting hard for border security while supporting legal immigration. Let me repeat that. Legal immigration. He's in support of immigration legally. So, while building up our national defense, all of this and more while donating every single penny of his salary to someone else. He's not keeping a cent. So, to this I say, thank you, President Trump, from every patriot in America who now has a renewed hope for our future. Thank you. And thank you for all of you who are actually doing the research along with us for QAnon and not just assuming and listening to the fake news tell you that QAnon is nothing but a conspiracy theory. Have a good night.